What's going on, everybody? In this episode of Theater Talk, we're going to be discussing 2019's Disney's The Lion King. Let's talk Theater Talk. Disney Studios and Jon Favreau bring us the 2019 live-action adaptation to the Disney classic The Lion King. This movie, bottom line, is absolutely magnificent. It's beautiful, it's inspiring, it's powerful when it comes to the dialogue and the music, and it's overall something that feels like a new movie. For all of you that know what it's like to grow up watching Disney classics like The Lion King, you might be thinking to yourself, going to watch this movie is just like watching the original, so why waste time to go through the theaters and watch something that I can watch at home in the original version? That's exactly what this movie does so well. They make it feel like it's a brand new movie. They make it feel like it hasn't been done already. Because you're going in with the mentality of what did they do new, what did they change, is there going to be stuff that I don't like? That's the kind of mindset you're going into. And while you're watching, you actually feel like, you know what, this feels like a new movie. If the original version didn't already exist, this movie is the perfect one to watch for this summer. It's highly anticipated. The details, the effects are absolutely beautiful. A complete masterpiece. It's the perfect balance of film performance and theater status performance. Every single character, from the main characters to the supporting roles, everybody does an absolute magnificent job. The only thing that I would say that didn't go really well was the speed of the dialogue. For all of you that know the way the plot develops in the story of The Lion King, you kind of already know coming into the film what the next character is going to say, and that causes it to sound a little too fast forward. This person says something and then the other person responds. So yeah, it feels a little too fast paced. It doesn't ruin it. It feels so authentic, especially because the tone, the words that each voice actor uses, it's not 100% the same as the original. They kind of tweak it in a way where they use different words or different dialogue, but it doesn't compromise the original version, and it feels so authentic, so genuine. It doesn't feel copied. It doesn't feel plagiarized. It feels perfectly like a brand new movie. Even if the original hadn't come out and this was the only version that was out of The Lion King ever, we would still give it an absolute 10 out of 10. It is the perfect movie to watch this summer. It's perfect for the family. It's perfect for you individually. I honestly would not even blame you if you went to the theaters to watch this by yourself. If somebody came up to you and said, hey man, why are you at the theaters by yourself? Man, be like, no, I'm watching this because it's The Lion King. Like, it's The Lion King. Who cares? This is the perfect film to watch for individuals, families. It doesn't matter who, kids. It's perfect. I can honestly imagine this adaptation of The Lion King being the ones that you're going to show to your children, being the ones that you're going to show to your nephews, to your nieces. This is going to be the new family film, especially how Disney is remaking their Disney classics. These are going to be the things that your kids are going to grow up with. Honestly, I would not feel bad if this was the movie that came out when I was younger. It's just that good. I remember when I was giving my first impressions when the first trailer dropped and I was watching the clips, this first impression that I posted here on my Instagram, I said that the voice actors weren't going to be that great. I said that maybe the greatest problem that was going to be wrong with this film was the voice actors, and because they chose more artists, music artists, instead of actual actors, it doesn't change a thing. These voice actors did the absolute best of their abilities, and it completely satisfies. It's such a great movie, 10 out of 10. You gotta watch it. Get yourself to a theater and watch The Lion King 2019. Honestly, maybe the actors won't win an Oscar themselves, but this is definitely an award-winning film. Danny, what can you tell us about the voice actors?
Okay, so about the cast. The Lion King brings amazing actors and actresses. Starting from the top, Donald Glover as adult Simba, Beyonce as adult Nala, Seth Rogen as Pumbaa, Chitwell, I'm sorry for butcher your last name. You know, I'm just going to call him Chitwell because I don't know how to pronounce his last name, as Scar, Billy Eichner as Timon, John Oliver as Zazu, Keegan-Michael Key, Bonsai. There's John Candy. You might know him from Black Panther as King T'Chaka, and he plays Rafiki. Again, another Black Panther actress, Florence Kasumba. Again, sorry if I mispronounced that. As Shenzi, the man, the myth, the legend, James Earl Jones reprises his role as Mufasa. Now, with starting off with Donald Glover and Beyonce, these two make an amazing team together. I would not. There's a lot of people in this movie that I wouldn't have imagined that would play these roles and actually be good at it. So Donald Glover and Beyonce, they make an amazing team. Especially my favorite. Well, one of my favorite parts is when they're singing "Can You Feel the Love Tonight." Their voices together just come together so beautifully, and it's actually quite nostalgic and kind of new at the same time while you're listening and watching the movie. Second, the dynamic duo, the Timon and Pumbaa. These guys, oh man, Seth Rogen really did surprise me in this movie. I thought when I first heard him, I think it was like last year or something, when he got casted as Pumbaa, I thought he would do absolutely the worst job, but I was completely wrong. Seth Rogen, he's such a good Pumbaa. Like, he really does bring out all the good stuff that he brings to all of his characters and to Pumbaa himself. Timon, oh man, Timon is probably the best character in this entire movie. Now, that is a big stretch to say because everyone knows the Lion King as, James Earl Jones, the Mufasa. But in this, speaking, other than Mufasa, Timon, they really did bring him out in this movie. I don't know how it was possible, but they really did make him funnier than the original movie. Thirdly, the hyenas, man, they really did a really great job of bringing them out. There are a few things that they changed within the characters. They really brought out some of the things that weren't in the original movie. But it's always good to see a little nice change here and there. The cast was just really amazing to see. Last but not least, the big villain of the movie, Scar. If you guys remember in the original movie, he was this huge, big, bad guy in the movie. And again, I don't know how they did it, but they managed to stick with the same character and motivations in the original make of the movie. But they did really change him a bit in this new remake of the movie, especially when he started singing "Be Prepared" song. Instead of in the original movie, instead of being this huge, grand, presentation of his hyena army and this green smoke, whatever, they really downplayed it. And at first, you don't even realize he's even doing the song. He's just actually just talking and the lyrics, and then he starts to sing the song. But all in all, they really did try and bring the best that they could bring us from a movie that everyone loved back in the day, and I gotta say, it delivers. Yo, John, tell us about the details, guy.
So with the visual effects with me, I really got to like how they put a lot of attention to detail with animals of the real world and then animals of completely computer CGI. For instance, whenever you would see shots of when Simba would step on the ground, or even his father, you could really see the how hair follicles, you could see the muscles start to move, and how the way they would drink water, the water, that does look real, but of course it's CGI. And the way how it flows, the water flows, that just shows you how far the Disney and their workers with the CGI department, they really got a long way with making things as real as possible. And then there are the facial expressions. I've noticed that with John Oliver's character Zazu, because his character is a bird, there's not a lot of facial expression on a bird. But even when you could tell that he's like afraid or he's surprised by the way a bird moves, you could tell these things. And with the character Zazu and the way that they've orchestrated the movement of that character, it was very, very well done with those aspects of visual effects.
So there you have it, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to watch The Lion King. You won't be disappointed.
And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and keep the bell notification on so you guys can know every single time we post.
And make sure to follow us on both of our Instagrams and Twitter.
And we'll see you guys in what's coming soon. Peace.
Later.
So there you have it, every single
body. Body.
So there you have it, everybody. For
Every single body.
it's gonna deliver. You're not gonna be satisfied.
That's what I was okay.
Hope you guys enjoyed. Why is it so hard?
Like, subscribe. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also leave that. Leave that.